Before we talk Nigeria and all things African soccer, we got to bring in our guy, Mbizo. He is our go-to for all things on this topic, and he's also just the best. Mbizo, thanks for taking the time to join us. Great to see your smiling face again. It was a heartbreaker for Nigeria in that AFCON final loss. How do they right the ship in these two big friendly matches that are coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the nation is still reeling from that loss, obviously, as the giants of Africa, and one of the giants certainly in African football. They would have really wanted to put another star above the badge. But look, they have a great opportunity here to bounce back, especially considering the fact that World Cup qualifiers begin quite soon. Look, these are really, really big games. Ghana obviously is a perennial giant as well, and obviously one of their biggest rivals, not only in football but also culturally, as a matter of fact. And then of course Mali was one of the better performers in the cup, despite the fact that they exited just a little bit, I think, out of the quarterfinals when they could have really gone on to win it, as far as I'm concerned, as the dark horses. So these are great opportunities for them, but they still are under pressure considering the fact that they don't have a fixed coach. Right, so they are looking to use an interim. They do have one or two new players coming in, obviously missing their captain due to injury. So it's a little bit precarious right now for the Super Eagles.
And Mbizo, I think you have an absolutely amazing marketable face, my friend. Just a quick one from me. Who are the notable names for the head coaching role for Nigeria right now, and who would you pick, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot of names, including a few European-based coaches and some domestic coaches as well. I think Dominic Torrent is obviously a big name, having been Pep Guardiola's assistant as well. You'd expect him to have a lot to offer. But I also like this Michael Nsia, and obviously he's based in the U.S., coaching the youth teams, and I think he could be a refreshing change. Nigeria has spoken about the fact that they want to coach not only to head the national team, but to also look to develop the game at the grassroots levels and all the other various levels. I think Tony Concacaf was the Cameroon coach, so he understands the African landscape. But I've been speaking about it before. I'm a firm believer that African nations should look to develop not only our players, but also our coaches. And I think it would be interesting to have a Nigerian coach in the seat, especially one of these former Super Eagles like Finidi George.
Mbizo, actually, Dome Tarrant managed NYCFC, and I saw him as a manager. I think he's very good. I think he'd be a great choice. He has a great pedigree and great CV. I do want to ask you a question just in regards to the kits that were released. It seems that the Nigeria kit, in particular the white one with the sort of eagle in the background, watermarked, is drawing some mixed reviews. Square collar, I know that sort of harkens back to some traditional clothing. What are your thoughts on the kit itself?
I think it's another hit. I think it's absolutely another hit. And I love the throwback of the square collar. I think the subtlety of the watermark, as you mentioned, I think it's absolutely brilliant. I'm actually surprised by what you're saying. I haven't heard any negative reviews on this jersey. Certainly my Nigerian friends and networks think it's class. I think it's another top one by Nike there. And Nigeria, of course, is always fly, always fresh.
I like it. Mbizo, are you going to rock one?
I'm absolutely looking to get one. I think I have maybe too many Nigeria jerseys. I was thinking about maybe getting a Mali jersey as well, but it's too tantalizing to let go. I think I might do so, yeah.
And Mbizo, let's talk post-AFCON now. We've got Ivory Coast, and they play, obviously, Uruguay. What do you expect from the defending champs?
Well, I think it's critical for the African continent for them to have a good display. I would obviously love a victory, but I'd be more concerned about the way they go about playing the game. Obviously, they're the African champions, and Uruguay is a giant of the the South American game, and they're obviously World Cup winners. And I think it would be a great advertisement for African football if Ivory Coast were to go out and beat them and play well. And I think it will demonstrate that the quality of AFCON that we saw is not simply a fluke. The quality of AFCON we saw is not simply because African teams are playing against other African teams who are generally tend to be considered inferior by the Western world and by Europe and even by South America at times. I think it's really, really important for them to go out, have a great performance, and to advertise the rising quality of African football.
Mbizo, let's talk a little bit about your favorite African country, South Africa. Now, obviously, AFCON didn't end the way you wanted, but look, they've got a big game coming up against Algeria. What are you expecting to see? Algeria, not the easiest team to go up against.
No, absolutely not. And I think we shouldn't be fooled by the fact that they crashed out of AFCON. They are one of the giants as well, one of the leviathans of African football. And I think it's really, really important for us, South Africa, to use AFCON as a springboard to continue to grow. And I think this is the perfect kind of friendly that would show the world, that would show Africa that how we played and how we performed was not a fluke. South Africa has one of the best leagues in Africa, has the African champions of the Champions League. And so I think this is a great opportunity as well for us to demonstrate that we do have a future in African football, and we can maybe get back to our glory days when we were champions of the African continent. So it's a big one for us as well. Obviously, Algeria is in a moment of transition themselves. New coach. They have a few players returning, like Yacine Brahimi, who is pretty much an icon as well of the game in the country. So it's a transitional period for them. So it's going to be interesting to see how this game plays out.
And Mbizo, so let's move on to Morocco. After a strong World Cup, they seem to be getting stronger. Brahim Diaz changing allegiances to Morocco. What's the thoughts on that?
We've seen quite a few players switching nationalities from European nations to African teams, especially pre-large tournaments. But these particular switches, I think, are very, very key because they set an important precedent. Why do I say this? Because Ben Seguir and Brahim Diaz, these are players that were in serious contention for their national teams. These aren't players who used the African national teams as sort of a fallback, a second option, a backup plan when the primary European nations that they wanted to play for did not call them up. Brahim Diaz is obviously been in incredible form for Real Madrid, a player that I really, really like. And obviously he had a big shout to play an important part for the Spanish national team. Ben Seguir is much younger, and obviously France was looking to him towards the future, but he was certainly a player that they coveted, and he actually even rejected their pleas to remain loyal to their national team. So I think in a general sense, this is more than simply two players choosing to play for an African team. But I think it's ushering a new era in which hopefully many African players in the diaspora decide that they want to play for African teams rather than being relegated to playing for African teams when the primary squad that they wanted to play for doesn't provide them with call-ups.
Yeah, Mbizo, do you think that really does set a new precedent, seeing players coming from some of these top national teams choosing to make the switch, and how that you think will impact the next generation of players who maybe just from the jump are like, hey, I'm going with Morocco or whatever national team instead of choosing to go play with a Spain or a France?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, and it's one ingredient in a number of elements that I think will create a movement towards seeing more of these players make that decision. Of course, the success of AFCON is another. I mean, such a record-breaking tournament which demonstrated so much quality, so much drama. I think a lot of players will want to be a part of that, and to see players of this echelon, to see players who are wanted by various nations and World Cup winners such as Spain and France decide to go home and play for African teams, I think will really start to change the minds of young players who are in the diaspora, who, by the way, we do not begrudge if they should decide to play for their countries of birth. But certainly it's a beautiful thing when you see Africans in the diaspora connect to the continent in that fashion, much like myself, having grown up in the United States, but having such a strong cultural and intellectual and emotional connection to the continent. I think any African football proponent would be delighted to see it.